My name is Keith Mercer. This is my assignment for Case Study Research. LeBron James negotiates to join the Miami Heat. In the summer of 2010, LeBron James, who was the face of the NBA and probably still is the face of the NBA today, was on the free agent block and had a serious decision to make. This is where we come to the decision of 2010. The decision of ongoing players who join superstars to capture NBA titles, defining careers, and actually build something more for themselves. But it was this decision where he could capture an NBA title and would interest him in or staying in the comfort of home in Akron, Ohio, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, whom he played with 7 seasons for. Being the face of the NBA is something more serious because you have a lot of pull and you can do basically anything that you want. In this time, most superstars wouldn't even play with each other. But LeBron made a decision, and his decision was to take his talents to South Beach to play with Pat Riley's Miami Heat. The big three: LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Before the decision was made in 2010, LeBron James and his two other fellows, of who was teammates at the time, they played on the USA's team in 2008. And at that time, they all had an idea that they would want to play with each other and become something great. And it was only that until then, Dwayne Wade had negotiations with both of them and seeing that their contracts were almost up. Chris Bosh was the first to sign 5 years. LeBron signed 6 years. But at that time, they made it to the finals 4 years straight, winning two of them, losing to the Mavericks in 2011 and in 2014 losing to the San Antonio Spurs. This decision of LeBron James caused a lot of controversy. His departure from Cleveland led a lot of negative emotion with fans who dearly loved him. It was his way that LeBron announced his leave from Miami. Dan Gilbert, the manager of the Cavaliers, wrote a distasteful letter to LeBron, which showed how they felt like Kim James betrayed those who was there for him and they believed in him. A bunch of disappointment. Fans burned jerseys, his pictures was taken down, and the city lost a lot of money upon his departure. Cleveland suffered drastically, losing $250 million in profits. Restaurants, gaming centers, bars were closed down. Nobody would make money off of home games anymore like they used to when he was there. The three A's: appreciation, affiliation, autonomy. In 2010, LeBron sealed his own fate. He was a man with a plan. Although it felt like he betrayed his home, he had to do what was right for his career. So he spent 4 years playing with the Miami Heat, winning two titles. LeBron James in just 4 years span won what? Two NBA championships, two finals MVP, three regular season MVP awards, and four-time All-Star with the Heat, who was actually followed by Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade on those teams. LeBron brought a high intensity to the team. He was the missing piece that they needed once again from when they won the championship back in 2006 with Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron is a man of any structure. He can play any position on the court. His appreciation with while playing with a high caliber team like the Miami Heat was stellar. It was so great to see the big three form that it gave Dwayne Wade the ability to step back and let a powerhouse like James take control of the team, not the city because that belongs to Dwayne Wade. He was treated with respect, love as a person, and as King James, the people of Miami grew to accept him and enjoy Miami Heat basketball once again. A lot of things went well and a lot of things went wrong in his negotiated decision. A lot of things in LeBron's favor while in the process of negotiation. He met with 6 teams, one being Chicago Bulls and the next Miami Heat. He even met with the Cleveland Cavaliers, whom he drastically turned down. And at 25, he was the man of the hour who had speculations running high for 2 years. The people loved LeBron, and he would be an asset to anybody he decided to play with because he had the heart and the will to win. He even said it himself. He loves to win. His drive for winning is impeccable. With Chicago being one of the biggest teams because everybody saw him to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps or to create his own in Miami. This was about LeBron, and only one person could have controlled the fate was LeBron James. During the process of a negotiation, well, a lot of things go wrong. A lot of people have something to say, and by the time they announced that he wasn't taking Cleveland again, there were five teams left. And seeing that Miami was the front runner before he made his decision, his popularity dropped. And a lot of NBA officials had something to say. Fans, legends like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and more all hated the fact that he would opt out from his home to go someplace else to win. His fan popularity dropped from 10.4% to 9.4%. The agreement that LeBron James made kind of signified his career because to join Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade in Miami, he was set to be there for 6 years, making 109 million overall. But his average salary was 9.3 mil for the 6 years. But seeing that he opted out his contract, he only took 72.3 million for those 4 years, and his average salary was 6 mil. But nonetheless, he will be remembered for his time in Miami and what he was able to contribute in that 4 year time span. The course of 4 years, spending 4 years in the party city and whining and dining on South Beach and Miami. LeBron James made a meaningful relationship with those who he came in contact with. He said the people of Miami accepted him as if he was one of their own, born and raised. But it was not that. It was actually from the drive on the court and the connection he made instantly. LeBron became a favorite, hard loved, one who Miami could see being there for a long term, but that wasn't the case. LeBron would call those guys he played with his brothers, and even say Miami's like a second home. I mean, it is now because that's the only other team he played with other than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Everyone wished him that he would stay long term, but his stay in Miami was only half of what he did in Cleveland, where he played 7 monumental and career shaping defining seasons.